is Lesson 3, Mixing Can Change Things. There's a few different activities that students are going to do in this lesson. The first thing that they're going to do is they're going to take a capsule and trace it in their book, and we're going to see how mixing this with water over time can change things. What they'll want to do is put it in a cup with some water. Put the lid on that cup. And the first thing students are going to do is measure this with a balance scale using washers and observe how many washers it takes to balance it. One thing we want them to observe is as the capsule inside changes over time, will the amount of washers needed to balance it change as well or not? Students will want to mark the container with their name or some other identifying mark, leave it at least a day, and then come back to this and repeat this part of the experiment later. They'll be able to record all of this in their student workbooks. Remind them that at this time we're working on very specific observations and being sure to use good, precise language in their observations, really practicing those Common Core writing skills. The next thing students are going to do is they're going to work on mixing different substances in water and seeing what happens when they do that. So first they will take a sugar cube. The directions for the experiment are in their student workbook as well, where they'll record their data as this goes along. They'll put the sugar cube in, and they should leave it for at least 1 minute before they make any observations without stirring it. We want them to notice what's happening with no mixing occurring at all. After about a minute has passed, and they've made those observations and written them down, then we want students to use the stirring stick and go ahead and stir and make observations about what's happening after that has been mixed. They'll repeat this same experiment, now using loose sugar instead of a sugar cube. Again, we want them to pour it into the cup. Leave it alone, allow it to settle for about a minute, and then make observations about what they're seeing. Once they've had that chance to write down those observations, again, they will repeat the same steps and they will start stirring it and make observations about what they see then. They will repeat this using different substances, marbles, cocoa, flour, to see what's happening with different substances as they are mixing them. Again, encourage them to use very precise language of exactly what they are seeing and be as descriptive as possible.